Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Here's what happened. I was supposed to have a dentist appointment this morning at like 8:30. So I woke up at like 6:30, which is too early for an 8:30 dentist appointment, but my time anxiety was really getting me. And then I found out that I'm not having a dentist appointment this morning. So now I'm up early for no reason. And I thought, oh, we'll just vlog today and use that time for good, which is what we're doing right now. I've had this much of a cup of coffee already. I'm gonna do an in-depth what I eat in a day, showing like a screen recording of my tracking, so that you can see exactly how I'm tracking things. I've gotten a lot of questions about like, how do I make sure that I'm logging things correctly? So we're gonna go into that today. I think that's the plan. I do have a little bit of like a busy work day. Oh, and I need to call the dentist. Hang on, let's call the dentist. They're not open yet. Hi, this is Rachel Stewart. I was supposed to have an appointment this morning at 8:50. Awkward. So we're vlogging today. It's like, I haven't even fed the dogs yet. 15 minutes before that. Like, I'm getting the day started so early. It's only gonna be productive, right? Right. Every morning, I do track these. The super greens are about 25, 30 calories, something like that. And the creatine is nothing. So I just track the greens, and I track the greens and my half and half in my coffee just along with my breakfast. So when I actually want to make breakfast, then I will show you how I track that. Getting like an early head start today, and I kind of love that. English muffin. Eggs and spinach. I eat the same thing for breakfast like every day and have for the past couple of years. High protein, filling, tasty, savory, so I don't kickstart my sweet tooth. And I'm using spray butter today because it's non-dairy, and I think my belly has not been liking the dairy. It's also 0 calories, so. Oh, but the chemicals, I clearly don't care. And if you are eating the same thing on repeat every day, there's this like hack on MyFitnessPal where you can go in and just copy over the meal. So that's what I did to track this meal. Because it's the same thing that I had yesterday. So I have 200 grams of egg whites and 1 whole egg with some frozen spinach cooked together. And then I always do some kind of toast next to it. Recently, I've been liking English muffins. So that is breakfast, and that's how I tracked it. Because I was up so early, I just sat down and hammered out all of my computer work, and I'm like done with my computer work before it's even time for my second meal of the day. So like, I feel really productive early in the morning. I'm gonna crash and burn later, but I'm gonna spend a little bit of time this morning working on my embroidery project. This is my little like creativity hobby I've been doing. This is the one I'm working on currently. It's a hawk with like a rainbow like belly, and then I'm filling in the background right now. It's almost done. I'm gonna work on him a little bit until it's time to eat again so that I can time my meals appropriately with my workout. I do have a couple of coaching calls this evening with clients, so I need to finish my workout in time for those and plan my meals backwards from that. So pre-workout protein oatmeal time. It's like one of my favorite times of the day. Actually making the change from doing like a smaller pre-workout snack to doing like a heftier meal more like an hour before my workouts has been such a positive change for my training that it's something that I'm gonna keep prioritizing throughout my calorie deficit fat loss phase, just to make sure that my workouts stay like high performance and I can still keep progressing there while losing a little bit of body fat. And it's about 300 calories, so that's really easy to work into my day. Pre-workout time. The best, watermelon candy. You can do 1 or 2 scoops. And this has like 5-ish calories, 5 to 7 calories, depending on how much you do. And I don't track this. Same way with like black coffee, that's also like 5 calories. It's 5 calories, but it's also a stimulant, so I don't bother tracking that. So I did like a heaping scoop because I have had 2 cups of caffeinated coffee today, and I might regret this tonight when I try to fall asleep, but I won't regret it during my heavy leg day. Let's hit it. Throwing together the quickest post-workout meal because I have a coaching call in about 15 minutes. It's gotta be something I don't have to cook. 3 rice cakes. Let's hope this avocado is good. It's always like the biggest disappointment when avocado is yucky. Gorgeous. I can't get enough of avocado and Dijon mustard, so I'm gonna do a squirt of Dijon mustard on each little pile of avocado. And then when I mush it in, it'll mush in with the avocado. Yum. So if pre-workout we're looking for, you know, carbs to use as energy. Post-workout, we're looking for carbs again because we want to replenish that energy, and protein to give our muscles a head start in the repair and recovery process. So I typically just go for a nice balanced meal because it has all those things. But that's why like protein shakes are so great, is because it's just protein and carbs in a really easy, you know, package. This is some deli turkey. I always get the low sodium deli turkey. It's mostly just like a taste preference for me because I just don't like when things are super salty. And then on the third rice cake, I'm gonna do a little bit of smoked salmon just for a little variety. And if you have a hard time eating large portions of your protein source, do 2 different protein sources on the same plate and it'll add up to more total protein, but without you kind of like getting the ick halfway through eating it, you know? So I got my little rice cake open-faced Sammys. Just have a few carrots left, so I'll put those on the side. And this little chunk of cucumber, and that's the post-workout meal. I'll put how I tracked it over here. I need a little something sweet in between my coaching calls. We always keep Oreos on hand, even when we're in a calorie deficit. Super easy to work in to a full day of eating, and really does the job of satisfying my sweet tooth. Okay, I just finished my work calls for the evening. And Andrew and I talked about what we're gonna have for dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and log my dinner so I can figure out what I need to have for a snack right now to like fill in any gaps that I have in like my protein intake or like any of my calorie intake. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-track it, and that will help me to make sure that I'm filling in the pieces where I need them to be. And really, I think, especially if you're newer to tracking, the tracking should always happen ahead of time because you need to use it as a planning tool. Because if you're not looking back at what you've tracked and your plan and seeing, you know, am I actually hitting what I need to hit? You're just kind of like aimlessly tracking and hoping you hit your targets. But if you pre-track everything and lay it all out, and then you can go back in and look at your portion sizes and make some adjustments and like make sure you have a plan and a map to actually hit the numbers that you want to hit, you're going to be a lot more successful. I've been doing this a really long time, so I can kind of do it throughout the day, and I can get myself to where I need to be pretty easily. But like right now, the problem that I need to solve is I don't know what I need to have for a snack right now. I'm hungry and I know I need to eat some more calories. But now that I've put dinner in there and I see where my totals are, I can snack accordingly. I threw together a very gourmet snack. It's a PB&J on half a lavash wrap. These are the wraps. Half of one is a serving size, and it has 6 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber. I'm also having a LaCroix. Just something I could throw together. So I'm hungry. And here's that dinner that I pre-tracked so I knew how much to plate up for myself. I think we had salmon the last time that I vlogged as well, but we have it pretty regularly. So it's some salmon, roasted broccoli, and baked potatoes.